What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcast. It's time for some more indie games. My name is Splattercat. Really happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while and check out a game called Embark. If you've never seen this game before, it's basically Rimworld mixed with like Nemoria a little bit, essentially, with kind of like a strange like cherub aesthetic. Like you've got like these childlike looking survivors that have to survive on like a hostile planet. So anyways, let's go to a new game. We gotta click a spot that we want to spawn at. I'm gonna go over here. That looks good to me. I don't see any problem with that whatsoever. We gotta name this A New World. I don't know. What does that landmass look like? That landmass looks like moldy knuckle. Cool. Sounds good to me. Let's dive on in. These are gonna be our survivors right here. You can get little bonuses and things by getting rid of a survivor. That'll give you some points back. The game uses a point-buy system, very, very similar to... Well, actually, I think Dwarf Fortress has a point-buy system, or didn't it? It's been a long time since I've played Dwarf Fortress. It's been a very, very long time. Dwarf Fortress was a weird game for me because I played it for like an entire summer, basically non-stop, and then I never played it again after that. Like, I got it all out of my system, like 3 months of non-stop Dwarf Fortress, and then one day I was like, I think I'm done with this, and I've never gone back and played it again. I wasn't mad. It was just like I was satisfied. Like, I was like, I think I've gotten everything I'm going to get out of this game. So you can get other bonuses. You can add perks to your colony that give you like passive bonuses and things like that, or items. You can go down here and give yourself bonus rations. You can give yourself, you know, a bunch of other things. We've already taken rations, drinks, and tools. And then we could take some other things too if we really, really wanted to, but we're basically out of points right now. A good one to have is leadership, where people are like friends with each other. That'll get rid of a lot of very, very obnoxious social issues at the beginning of the game where your people are constantly pissing each other off by like picking their noses and farting too loudly and all that kind of stuff. We've got a bunch of survivors here. We've got Jamie, who is a competent brewer, an adequate blunt weapons specialist, and an adequate bowyer. We have Bran. He's not very good at anything, really. Not really good at anything except for armor making. We also have Darian, who's decent with animals, decent at dodging, and decent with weapons. Passable cooking on Lauren, passable slash weapons, and passable writing. We also have Anderson, who is a farmer and a researcher. And then we also have Chloe, who's good at generic crafting, stab weapons, and brewing. So we'll want to familiarize ourselves with these survivors, but as we dive into the game, I promise, this game is not that complicated. If you can figure out Rimworld, you can figure out this game. There's some little stop gaps along the way, some rough edges that you can trip over or bump your elbows on, but by and large, nothing too big to worry about. So here we are. Stranded. As the dust clears, the gravity of the situation dawns on your band of survivors. Securing a source of food will be a priority. Darian Sharp is apparently already under attack. I was expecting to be under attack right now. That was not what I was looking for, but hey, sometimes it happens. I think this is going to be the little area where we're going to make our home base, I think. Well, we got to find flat land, so I think this area over here is looking pretty good. Let me pause up the game real fast, too, so that we're not wasting time, because we are sort of on a limited time schedule. And let's see here. We've got dolomite. It's got magnesium in it. That's lead right there. Is that opal? Oh, I thought that was lead. Lead and opal kind of look similar to each other. All right, what's this over here? That's galena. Okay, so there's lead right there. I knew we probably had some around. We've got some conglomerate over there. It's probably not going to be that helpful. What is this? Clay? Wow, that's a lot of clay. Okay. This map is way more fertile than the last time I played the game. The last time I played the game, I couldn't find anything around. It was just like we had nothing but dirt and nonsense just clogging up our lives. Okay. Well, with the land that we've been given right now, I think there's a couple of important things we really, really want to do. First, we want to find some mushrooms. If there's mushrooms around, our life definitely gets easier. So we've got bananas, blueberries, breadfruit, apples, cotton, forest mushroom, forest mushroom. It's actually not a lot of forest mushroom around, but we need the forest. The forest mushroom is important to us, all right? We need that because that's the only way you can make drinks in the beginning of the game. And unless you really, really want people to die of dehydration, I would suggest you probably get on that. We've started out in this weird pit-like structure. I don't think I'm going to stay there, though. Instead, what I'd like to do is let's harvest all of these trees over here. We're going to give them stuff to do, and then we're going to start the game up because we're going to need like a pile of wood to get started out here. I would also like all these trees to be gone. They're asking if they can use certain tools in order to make their lives easier. I'm going to go ahead and say yes to that. I added an axe to one of our characters so that they can chop more effectively. That's one of the reasons why it's a really good idea to start out with a tool supply. It's going to make your life a little bit easier. Alright, so we probably have somebody running out to go get... Hey, Darian Sharp and Chloe White agree how great Lauren Sharp is. Are they, like, married? They both got the same last name. Maybe they're related. They could be brother or sister, like father and daughter or something like that. I guess I drew a fast extrapolation, but, you know. You can see over here, she's going to get these mushrooms, badger, 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 badger. Snake! God, dude, the internet was so much better in, like, 2004 than it is now. Like, just think about how lame the internet is now compared to how awesome the internet was back then. Just think about it. Like, the memes nowadays, they just don't feel as satisfying. Like, they feel less repeatable. You know? Like, they just don't feel like they're culturally enduring like the old stuff was, where it, like, hung around for, like, years. Now it's like the transmission of memes goes within, like, 25 minutes. You up on Reddit, and apparently, like, something's like the newest meme, you know what I mean? And by the afternoon, people are already like, oh, it's played out. Like, it's like, oh my god. It's just, it never, I don't know. I think that says something as to the shelf life and the quality of the meme, you know what I mean? Like, the fact that back in the day, you would have a meme that lasted for, like, 8 months, and now the best you ever get is, like, 1 or 2 months. Like, I think the quality's gone down, and that's why the duration doesn't hold. That's just my opinion on it, but anyways, we're not even, like, talking about the game right now. I need wood. I need wood very, very badly. We don't need to go, like, too ham-fisted crazy, but I think a stockpile is a really good idea over here. Yeah, let's just make this a giant-ass stockpile. And then what do I want to do with it? Well, what I'd like to do with it is I'd like to put everything inside of it. So if you've got a hauling job waiting to be done, I give you my love and touch and squeeze and blessing to get that finished off. So today we're not really going to accomplish a whole lot because we're clearing out all these trees. But hopefully tomorrow we'll be in a position to do a little bit better. We should be able to survive largely by foraging and just like grabbing stuff off the ground that we're going to need. You know, if we need food, we'll gather some bananas or some strawberries or whatever. If we need mushrooms, we'll gather the mushrooms. So on and so forth. How many did that give me? That's a bulky mushroom right there. Okay. Well, continue killing trees. We've got a whole bunch of lumber right now, which is great because we've got a lot of lumber-related projects that we're going to need to get done in the next little set of business. So let's go to our basic workshops. Big one we're going to need is a research lab. So I'm going to put a research lab right there. We're going to need a crafter's workshop. I'm going to put that right there. We're going to need a carpenter's workshop. And we're going to need a kitchen. So there we go. We've got all 4 of those. Although the most important is the research workshop because right now we're going to be incredibly limited in what we can actually build versus what we can create. And so we want to get on top of that and we want to try and get ahead of the curve a little bit by researching some of the stuff that's a tad more useful. It looks like our research station is almost come to fruition. However, people are pretty exhausted right now and it's taken them some time to really get settled. So, you know, We'll work our way through it. We've got clay right there. I need to figure out a place to plant some fields, too. Yeah, go ahead and dig that right there. Assign the poor pick. Yeah, you might as well. For some reason, they dig holes underneath the earth. Like, they do weird shit like that. Like, they don't actually dig the layer that you have selected. They also get the one that's, like, down below it. And to this day, I still can't figure out why they do that. Like, when you dig, it should only get the one block you have highlighted. But nay, it does not. It gets the one that's below it, too. And I don't know if there's, like, a setting. I think it's the depth right here. I think that's the one that I'm looking for. Like, there's a depth and there's, like, a thing, but let's find out. Maybe we'll dig that one as a test. There we go. I don't know why it starts out on 2 by default, I guess, would be my second proclamation right there. That's a crafter's workshop, carpenter's workshop. Why are there 2? Demolish that. I wanted a research I need the research lab over here. Yeah, kill that thing off. Murder it. Destroy. Maim. Lay low. There we go. I want my research station back. We actually have a pretty decent wood supply. It can be kind of hard to keep your wood supply well crafted. What is that, the kitchen? Alright, so we need to queue up some jobs to get done here. So what I can do is I can order some items. I would like to maintain 5 of these. And then with planks, I would like to maintain 5 of those as well. That'll put somebody to work as a carpenter. Whoever's got the highest skill, you can actually manage that through the jobs menu over here. We don't have anybody that's like an amazing carpenter, but we do have some pretty solid woodcutters. So I'm going to raise his priority. She's a decent bowyer. We've got a better smelter right there. We might as well make her a miner, and we might as well make her a hunter, even though she's no good at it. Like, if they've got a talent for it, they will eventually become good at it. It functions a lot like Rimworld, in that if somebody's got, like, a burning passion for something, like, you may want to use some of their free time to kind of get them built up. From our crafter's workbench, it looks like we can make a club, or we can make compacted dirt walls. It just depends if we really want compacted dirt walls. From our kitchen, we can actually make simple meals. Let's make these out of apples. Well, let me gather some more food first so that we've got a much more robust variety of things that we can make the food out of. So we've got banana trees over here and apple trees. Okay. Go ahead and grab those. Harvest those mushrooms as they come up. We'll grab that, and we'll grab the apple tree. Actually, we kind of got, like, food is a long ways away from wherever we're at, and that's a little unfortunate. Should definitely grab some dirters over there. And then we'll just kind of play it live for right now. Like, I don't really know what I should be doing aside from this. We need to go to research, and we need to get the... Let's see here. We need to get the still done. The still is the means by which we produce drinks. You can't do it without a still. Unfortunately, I don't see any water around. And I don't know what we do on a map with no water. It's possible that we could dig down and find it, but not having water is going to be a problem. Okay, so there's a little bit of water over here. However, it's a really long walk to get there. Like an absurdly long walk. So... is there anything closer? Oh no, there's water right there. I almost missed it. Okay, we're alright. We're good. I can live with this right here. So we've got water on this side. What we want to do now is we want to build a still from our basic workshops. And then our still's going to run down to that water supply right there. Oh, I think I hit R to rotate it is what I did. And that messed with it. That's how we ended up with 2 crafting workbenches. There we go. So now we've got our still. This thing will catch rain, and it'll also drain from right here. It'll be an important part of our future, in case you didn't know. We've got some dolomite over there. It looks like our areas are pretty much full up right now of all the things they need to be full of. I'm going to go to the kitchen, and we're going to order some meals. So with everything except forest mushrooms, maintain 5 stock on those. So, like, if you need to cook... you go out and cook. The other part that we need to do is we actually need to set up a farm. And the farm is going to be very, very important for a couple of reasons. The farm is going to provide us with mushrooms. However, I am going to allow them to basically plant whatever it is that they want to plant. You can click on this right here. You can tell them what to plant. Like if you want a specific field with a specific composition, you can do that. But for now, I'm just going to let them, like, plant whatever the hell they want to plant, and hopefully it works out okay. If we go to the jobs menu, we should probably check and make sure that we've got people that are assigned to the task of farming. Let's see here. Miner, farmer. Yeah, a bunch of people are farmers, actually. That's not too bad. That's easy peasy. I'm so glad we have a water supply near our base. I was about to be a little tiny bit panicky if that was not the situation we were in. I was about to be a little freaked out. Making farms in this game takes a really long time when compared to Rimworld. Rimworld, you can whip out a farm really, really rapidly. This game, it's going to be like a multi-day process in order to finish off a farm. As of right now, as you can tell, they've only planted like 3 slots. And so it's going to take them some time. The good news is they get a skill up every single time that they do it. So it's really not that big of a deal. It'll help us get where we're going. still is done. What I want to do down here is we're going to make some tea, and we are going to maintain 5 teas so that people have stuff to drink from. We also should have a brewer assigned. Indeed we do. So we should be okay right there. And it looks like they've planted a great deal of things. This guy got so tired that he fell asleep in the planting hole. On accident. It's okay. I don't blame him. Farming is definitely sleepy work. It's not easy. I can definitely empathize. But, you know, it seems like we have much, much more charismatic. So I was playing this game to test it out last night before I started the series. Just so I could figure out the controls and, like, what I was doing and everything else. And honestly, my playthrough last night, everybody hated each other from the moment they met, and they were constantly fighting. This time around, people seem to be getting along and, like, doing okay. And that's fine, just fine. I'm alright with that. The less discord there is, the happier I am. Let's go ahead and we will harvest a couple more trees just to get those out of the way. We want to think about making houses and things now, too. We also want to stay on our research job. So we've got jewelry down there. We've got stone crafting. Let's go with stone crafting first. That'll give us the mason's workbench so that we can build stone bricks. Since we're next to this massive quarry over here, I don't think we're going to study that much. I don't think we're going to struggle that much with, like, physical materials. We've got conglomerate over here, which is kind of a gross, coarsely grained sedimentary rock. We got hematite over on this side, which is obviously iron. We got dolomite down here, which is magnesium. And I think we had, what do we have over here? This was opal. Opal's pretty cool. Opal is a very, very pretty rock, especially if you find a good piece of it and you polish it up. It's one of those rocks like Amazonite. It's just really, really appealing. It always looks good. Or like malachite or cuprite or covalite or any of those. Sorry, my geologist thing is happening right now. It creeps up on me every now and again. So what did you guys plant over here? We've got a proliferating banana. We've got a whole bunch of forest mushroom, which is great because we're going to need that. So I'm happy to see that we have forest mushroom. That's acceptable. All right. So from these other benches, at the crafter's workshop, it might be a good idea to make some clubs. Oh, really? I need, like... Oh, you need a bunch of those if you want to make it higher quality. Okay. Well, we'll go like that, and we'll make a one-time order of those 5. And so somebody will come over here and make the clubs, just in case we get attacked, because there are bad guys in this game. There are things that are going to come along and bump in the night and try to steal your stuff, eliminate thy productivity. And I'm not down with that struggle right now, so let's make sure that we're nice and well defended when that moment comes. You guys still digging farms over here? They should mostly be done. They usually go from the outside to the inside. Meals are needed? We already have meals. We're good to go. Cool. We now have access to stone crafting. Which means that ostensibly I should be able to make a mason's workshop. Yep, and the mason can be right up there. We'll start chiseling away at some stone. Albeit, like, not right this second, but at some point we'll get it done. I'll more than likely use the dolomite over here since we have so much of it. Like, use that as our baseline material, I guess. It'll probably take us a little while to get done. But if we could build some brick stone houses, like, I think that'd be a really, really good look for us. So what can I do over here? I can make a block, and it takes 10 stone. Okay. How long is it taking them to, like, destroy this area over here? I think it's actually taking that long. It looks like they're getting it finished off. I don't know if that's dropping anything. There we go. There's a piece of dolomite. Nice. So apparently that piece of dolomite is big, as denoted by the giant purple letters right there. I was hoping we would get a little bit more of it, but so far we've only picked up 2. Bit of a bummer considering it took us all day to get this done, but I don't know. Maybe they'll get better at mining with time, and this will stop being quite the ordeal, I guess. As far as I can tell, it's going to take us a whole lot of digging in order to get enough dolomite to actually do what we want to do over here. Like, because we're going to be building one block at a time. So I've got 10 stone. Yeah, maintain 5 dolomite blocks at all times, and we'll just kind of build slowly. The other research that I wanted to get done right now is let's go with basic furniture. That sounds like a good plan. So where's my dolomite block at? I'm assuming you guys got that done. Oh yeah, look right there. Cool. Alright, well, we have basic furniture now. We've also got a couple stacks of dolomite bricks, which is great. Hopefully they will continue to make those. But let's start out with like a little domicile up here or something. My thought is that maybe we'll use this little area over here on top of the clay. Yeah. Let's do it. So we've got natural rocks. We'll go with dolomite. We're just going to make like a little longhouse over here, I think. Like just like a dwelling, basically. And we'll worry about all the other stuff later. But for now, there's our dwelling. We don't have doors or anything else like that. We may actually have to bring that up by another layer to add a roof to it. Yeah, like so. Better than nothing, though. Well, no, don't do it out of raw stone. That's not what I wanted. Hold up. That's not what I wanted. That's not a good look. That was absolutely not what I was going for. Okay, so I'm about to dig this out real fast. I didn't mean for that to happen, but apparently they meant like raw materials. That was not my plan. I wanted to use bricks in order to do it, but I guess bricks, we don't have the skill to do that yet, I suppose. I mean, we could build a house later. It's no biggie. We don't need to do it right now. I don't even think we can make wooden walls yet, in all honesty. Like, if we go to the carpenter's workshop, we can make sticks and we can make planks, but we can only make compacted dirt walls. And so if we've got these blocks over here, it actually worked out okay. I'm alright with it. But there's little finicky things that we need to figure out. What does that say? Anderson White made a breakthrough. You have basic furniture. Nice. Okay, so let's go back in here. We've got ladders, fences, gates, wooden stairs. Wooden walls are over there from animal husbandry, strangely enough. So let's start with animal husbandry, and we're going to work our way over to wooden walls. And then for the time being, I think the best way that we can invest our time is to harvest some trees up in Myo. I mean, we've got this beautiful, beautiful forest next to us. Why don't we go out on a limb here and kill it? Murder its face off. That's what it gets for being so majestic and beautiful. I am the definition of cannot see the forest for the trees. Okay, we now have animal husbandry. We'll go with fences next. Don't want fences, but we're going to go with fences next. I'm assuming it's going to take us a lot of planks and a lot of wood in order to make wooden walls. And we're going to have a lot of them to build. And so we'll kind of take it slow, I guess. People are improving at running right now. People are getting better at chopping to woods. Okay, so there it is. How's our research going over here? Is it going well? Nice. So now we have fences to protect. We've got wooden walls. Let's do it. I want palisade walls. We also have chests and barrels if we work our way down that way, so that might be a good thing to do too. How's our research looking? She actually appears to be really, really, really good at research. If you watch the rate at which her little meter's filling up for each point that she's applying to our research, She's really, really good at research. I don't know what level she is, but, like, she's killing it right now. With her details, she's a mediocre researcher. Well, it doesn't feel that mediocre to me. I feel like she's pretty good at it. Alright, so we've got wooden walls. I assume that we make those through the crafting menu over here. Compacted dirt wall. Ah, wooden wall. So, 6 pieces for 2 logs. Okay, so let's maintain a stock of 5 right there. And then, well, it looks to me as though... Hey, there it is. It finally appeared. I was going to say, like, it wasn't appearing before. So with our wooden walls, I'm going to have to do this kind of like a tricky way, because I'm not sure what they're going to do when I assign this job. And so I'm going to have to be a little tiny bit bamboozly. So really what I want to do is I want that right there. And then I want that right there. Like, I'm building this the same way that I would build it if I was in Nemoria. And then what we do is we put that right there. Basically what I'm doing is I'm providing roof access so that they can get to the roof with that little stair step right there. And then what we'll do is we'll just fill it in once we're done. And it'll be nice and simple. Perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. I didn't actually expect the aim to work that well right there. I did not expect it. They may build parts and pieces of the building with stone. But I'm actually okay with that if it gets the job done a little bit quicker. It actually looks like they lay out the materials first. Oh no, those are the wood walls. Why is there a dolomite chunk in my wall? I'm going to allow it to happen for right now because I don't think it's that important. But let's get this building done. And then once this place is finished off, I don't know if there's a... Let's see. Somebody from the monkey or the cruel god cast arrives. Alright, what do they want to barter for? You guys got anything? You've got a poor spear, a forest mushroom simple meal, a shoddy knife, shale blocks. Yeah, I could probably get rid of some stuff in here. An exceptional club. Apparently we're exceptionally solid at making exceptional clubs. Basically, all I want to do is I want to increase their... I want to increase their opinion of me. And so in true form, I'm going to do that via bribes. There we go. My name is Splattercat. This game is called Embark. If you enjoyed what you saw here today, I'll have a link for you down below so that you can go to itch.io and get it for yourself. I will see you all later. Thank you for stopping on in. It's been fun, everybody. Hi-do, and take care.